Well, today's the day I want to give a few shout outs. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I know a lot of you have done this, but I just wanted to publicly give a few thank yous today. I want to say again, thank you to our medical people. I know the whole COVID thing and everything's going on in our world, but that's still a scary deal, and we're trying to vaccinate, but I appreciate doctors who are trying so much to help people understand and give guidance and give care. Love nurses. Our two girls are nurses, man. Julie and Jamie, I love y'all, but Julie, our Julie deals with a lot of COVID patients, so I know how frightening that is, but how courageous you are. I love that you pray with patients, and a lot of nurses do that. I mean, they are really frontline care, and they have held a lot of hands, and they have done a lot of praying, and they have done a lot of above and beyond. And I want to shout out to the medical personnel who clean those rooms, the techs who clean the equipment. My daughter points out to me a lot that they really are exposed a lot more than some of the other people. And so I don't even know a lot of those people, but I know some that work in that field. And thank you for cleaning the rooms and cleaning the equipment and putting yourself at risk to take care of other people. And I want to give a shout out to educators. If you're a school administrator, a member of a school board, you have my real appreciation. I don't have kids in school anymore. Mine are grands. My wife's a retired school teacher, but I just watch our grandkids' schools. And no matter what you do, somebody's not going to like it. And it's hard to navigate all this. And for the teachers that are going above and beyond and trying to connect with kids remotely sometimes and being first line defense sometimes against the emotions of children who are scared and frightened and sometimes don't get a lot of support at home. Man, thank you for going above and beyond and for working hard to be a place of security and love and stability in a lot of kids' lives and still teach them a lot of things. I want to give a thank you to the spiritual first responders. I'm not just talking about preachers that are trying to figure out when their church opens and when it doesn't and how to do sermons online and all of that kind of thing. And I do appreciate that, but I'm talking about spiritual shepherds who are still doing frontline spiritual care in kind of a scary time, who are still showing up at families to plan the funerals and who are doing the funerals, whether it's a graveside or socially distanced funeral, whatever it is. I appreciate you. I appreciate shepherds who are out in the middle of the frontline battles. I'm not talking about being sure your older members have somebody to talk to and food. That may be important, but that's what the church ought to be doing. I'm talking about those of you who are still going into the middle of shattered relationships and marriages and abuse and addiction issues. And you're still showing up and you are masking up and you are praying and you are exposing yourself to some risk. But I love and appreciate you. I appreciate the church leaders who are saying we are going to be safe and we're going to be responsible, but we're going to be active. Well, all of a sudden, I'm getting a lot of calls from churches who are saying, we're going to be responsible with this, but we are moving forward. Come fire us up. Come meet with our men. Come challenge us and excite us. And it seems to me that's the call. I'm not trying to tell you what you ought to do about opening up or how you meet, but I am going to tell you this. There's a way to be responsible and safe and still be active and still meet together and still inspire each other to love and good work. So those are a few shout outs I thought about. Thank you to the church leaders who are engaging on a real level. Thank you to the healthcare workers and the teachers and the people who are doing things. And one last shout out. Thank you to the kids who are taking care of their older parents, their older relatives. I've got a couple of sisters I see across the street in our neighborhood taking care of their parents. I have really good friends taking care of their older parents. I've got a wife and a sister-in-law taking care of older uncles. And man, and I love the older people like my mom, 90 years old, and who are modeling for us, don't be afraid of the future. Don't be scared. Be safe, be responsible, but live. And I really think it's easier for all those who are Christians. But I just wanted to say to those people, thank you, God bless you, and keep it up. You inspire us. We love you and we appreciate you.